Listed on the National Register of Historic Places, the Huntsville Depot served as the local passenger house for the Memphis and Charleston Railroad. Just as the depot has historical significance, there's also mention of paranormal activity taking place there. Our Nixon Norman presents a new Fox 54 miniseries, Haunted Huntsville. Here's the first of its kind.
The Huntsville Train Depot is one of the most historical places in Huntsville and supposedly one of the most haunted. The depot was built back in 1860, just before the Civil War, where it was very popular with both sides of the war because both sides wanted to gain access. In 1862, Huntsville was captured by Union soldiers, starting with the Huntsville Depot. Now, if you listen closely, this was the first time in my interview with author and co-founder of Huntsville Ghost Walk, Jackie Reeves, mentions the spirits that dwell inside. At the very first mention of them, my microphone goes a bit haywire. Entities will oftentimes mess with cameras and microphones as a means of communicating with us. Again, listen closely.
Now, the depot, in my opinion, has a lot of feeling because of all the people that have come through here, from the Civil War to the Spanish-American War, World War I, World War II, all of the people that came through and left their feelings here, people who were going to visit their relatives in another town, going away to college, and some that came back in pine boxes.
Most everyone can get and sense eerie feelings, that something may be lurking in the shadows, while mediums can actually see into the world of the paranormal.
We walked inside with a medium, and he did an investigation, and this is what he found. He said that there are a number of Civil War soldiers who died in the war who are still inside the depot. And the medium that came through here said that he was approached by a ghost who was very anxious because he said, "There's a fire in the vault. Help me put out the fire in the vault." But of course, there's no fire in the vault. And so the ghost was very frustrated. He said, "Well, if you're not going to help me, then get out of my way so I can do it myself."
Oddly enough, this is not the only mention of otherworldly fire being seen at the depot.
On the third floor, in the back side of the building, there was a meeting here one night. They were standing outside talking afterwards, and they said that there was a ball of fire that came out of the window and landed on the ground and then dissipated. Some theorize that the ball of fire, it's called foxfire, and it's usually seen a lot of times around cemeteries. It travels quickly across the ground usually. We think that it is energy, leftover energy, and especially in the third floor where a number of soldiers were kept as prisoners of war.
Every train has a conductor, and beyond the souls of soldiers that live here, conductors live here too.
Several people, including me, have seen the ghost of a conductor walking along the passenger platform. For a while, it was completely blocked off, so nobody had access from outside. You could only get there from inside, and the door was locked on the day that I saw the ghost. And a number of people have seen that same ghost. Oh yeah, we've seen him. We know him.
Although the Huntsville Depot Museum is closed, the historic building still stands, where you too can go and feel something in the air.
It's a shame that the depot is now closed to the public because of the historic nature of it. And I hope that someday it will be opened again for the public to come through.
With this week's Haunted Huntsville, I'm Nixon Norman, Fox 54 News.